It's our grand opening, everybody. And to make our opening as grand as possible, we'll be taking on cases for free for our first 7 days. Yes, free! Tell anyone who needs help defending their rights. We're officially open for business. Since we're just getting started, would you like me to show you how to do things around here? This is our new law firm. Clients come to us so we can protect their rights, as found in the amendments to the U.S. Constitution. A right is something that a person is legally allowed to have, get, or do. Ooh, our first client. Now we're in business. Go over there and find out if that client has a case.
I went to the park wearing a t-shirt with a peace symbol on it. A park ranger made me take it off and said I needed to support the troops. Do I have a right to wear a peace symbol?
Now this client is following you. Bring the client to a lawyer who is skilled in the right that matches the client's case. Someone like yours truly?
I went to the park wearing a t-shirt with a peace symbol on it. A park ranger made me take it off and said I needed to support the troops. Do I have a...
Hang on, we shouldn't send that client away. I think that client has a right that I could help with.
I went to the park wearing a t-shirt with a peace symbol.
All right, partner. Now I'm going to consult with this client for a bit and learn the details of the case. I'll let you know when I'm ready for trial. I'm rockin', rollin', and ready for trial. Come on over and send us to court. We won the case, thanks to my stunning performance. Successfully completing cases will earn prestige for our law firm. Prestige will help us make a name for ourselves in the community and expand our firm with more lawyers and a nicer office so we can help even more clients.
I want to build a fort made of pillows inside the Capitol that my friends and I can play in. Do I have a constitutional right to build the fort?
Closing time. New clients will stop arriving now, but we should still help anyone who came in before the doors closed. That was quite a first day. Oh, and guess what? I've been studying between cases, and I've learned how to defend a new right. With the prestige we've earned, we can upgrade our law firm. I recommend hiring new lawyers when possible, so we can cover even more rights. shine. I forgot to mention, the clients who came by yesterday were friends of mine. From now on, clients may not be so patient, so make sure to talk to them quickly. All right, partner. We have 6 more days to show people that our new law firm is the best in town. Let's do it.
My state legislature passed a law banning all meetings to discuss state issues. Do I have a right to meet with people?
I was caught shoplifting, and now I have to spend the next 3 Saturday afternoons doing community service. Do I have a right to a different punishment? I was caught shoplifting, and now I have to spend the next 3
An officer stopped me for walking my dog without a leash. The city's dog leash ordinance says the fine is $20,000.
My county has a meeting tax that groups of 5 or more must pay if they want to meet together. Do I have a right to meet with people without paying a tax?
To save money, my state's National Guard decided all citizens must prepare 1 home-cooked meal per week for a soldier for free. I can't even cook. Do I have to do this?
I was caught shoplifting, and now I have to spend the next 3 Saturday afternoons doing community service. Do I have a right to a different punishment? I was caught shoplifting, and now I have to spend the next... I was caught shoplifting, and now I have to spend the next 3 Saturdays...
My news station filmed a story about a Save the Park group, but then the government blocked the story from being shown. Do I have a right to air the story?
I was arrested for vandalism. The judge set my bail at $150.
I got caught writing graffiti outside a grocery store. The judge says
I was arrested for target shooting where I wasn't supposed to. The judge said...
I got caught writing graffiti outside a grocery store.
I sent my friend a nasty text after he told lies about me. Now the government has deleted the text and stopped my phone service. Do I have a right to tell my...
I was caught speeding for the second time in my life. The ticket says I have to pay $100,000. Do I have a...
arrested for a horrible crime. The judge only let me say 2 words, then she sentenced me to death. Do I have a right to demand a fair legal proceeding? I've been arrested for a horrible crime. The judge only let me...
The army base near my house is remodeling the barracks. Now everyone in town has to let 5 soldiers stay for free until the project...
The president just announced that citizens must provide soldiers with a private room and a bed to sleep in every Thursday night. I don't have an extra room with a bed. Do I?
The Marines are holding a training operation in the woods near my house. They set up camp in my barn and they won't leave. Can my horses have their barn back?
I was caught shoplifting, and now I have to spend the next...
To save money, my state's National Guard decided all citizens must prepare 1 home-cooked meal per week for a soldier for free. I can't.
The church down the street trims its bushes into weird shapes that I don't like. Do I have a right to make the church plant new plants?
Oh-ho! Aha!
A police officer wrote,
warrant to search Grace's house on a napkin. He says that gives him the right to search my place. Does it?
I'm in the military and want to move off of the military base into a mansion nearby. Do I have a right to walk on in and pick the biggest bedroom?
I was caught shoplifting, and now I have to spend the next 3... I'm an atheist and don't attend church. My town's council passed a law saying that anyone who does not attend church will be fined. Do I have a right to stay at home without paying a fine? I'm an atheist and don't attend church. My town's council...
At lunch, my friends and I prayed quietly before eating. Our teacher told us to stop and said we'd be suspended if we did it again. At lunch, my friends and I prayed quietly before eating. Our teacher told
Someone stole the statue from the front of City Hall. 5 sheriff deputies dragged me to a secret room and threatened me until I confessed. Do I have a right to stop them from using my confession?
The sheriff stops everyone who comes in or out of our town and searches them for drugs. Do I have a right to say no to the search?
Oh-ho!
Someone spray-painted graffiti on the local library. The sheriff said anyone who doesn't let his deputies search their house for paint will spend the night in jail. Do I have a right to say no and stay out of jail? Someone spray-painted graffiti on the local library.
I was arrested for breaking into a pet store and stealing 10 birds. The judge says I have to take the stand and tell exactly what I did. Do I have to get up and testify? I was arrested for breaking into a pet store and stealing 10 birds. The judge says I have to take the stand and tell exactly what I did. Do I have to get up and testify?
I was found guilty of vandalizing a store. I paid a big fine and spent 3 months in jail. Now, a new judge says that wasn't enough and wants to put me on trial again. Do I have a right to stop the second trial?
The governor's mansion is next door to my house. It is the perfect shed for storing my Justin Bubber doll collection. If I give a fair price, do I have a right to take the shed? Some soldiers just knocked on my door and demanded that I order pizza for them and let them watch TV. A jury just convicted me for a murder I committed when I was 16 years old. The jury sentenced me to death. Do I have a right to challenge my sentence?
I had a party on election night to celebrate my candidate. The sheriff made everyone leave because he supported the other candidate.
I was arrested for sending a letter to my governor threatening to bomb my state's Capitol building. Don't I have a right to free speech?
I went to a gun show and tried to buy an antique revolver. But a police officer there said I couldn't own a gun because I'm...
After being found guilty of stealing a pair of shoes, I completed 100 hours of community service. Then I was put on trial and sentenced to 100 more hours. Do I have a right to stop the new sentence? After being found guilty of stealing a pair of shoes, I completed 100 hours of community service. Then I was put on trial and sentenced to 100 more hours. Do I have a right to stop the new sentence?
I went to a gun show and tried to buy an antique revolver.
I was arrested for burglary. The officer said I had the right to remain silent, but I talked anyway. That was stupid. Do I have a right to stop them from using what I said?
A sheriff's deputy came to my house with a handwritten note from a judge that said, "Search warrant approved, Judge Smith." Do I have to let the deputy search my house?
Oh!
I want my trial for murder to take place in public at the amusement park. But the judge said no. Do I have a right to an amusement park trial?
A police officer thought my backpack looked weird and bulky, so she took it to the police station for inspection. Did I have a right to tell her she couldn't take it?
Congress passed a law that said all gun owners must join the military or give up their guns. Do I have a right to keep my gun without joining?
The sign at the park says no littering, $25 fine. I got caught throwing a candy wrapper on the ground. Do I have a right to a lower fine?
The Air Force is spending less money, and now citizens who own a pool must let pilots stay at their house for a free 2-week vacation.
My religion requires me to cover my head. When I got to school, they made me take my head covering off. Do I have a right to cover my head at school?
I posted a controversial blog that got a lot of people talking. The government hacked my blog and changed part of my post. Do I have a right to say what I want?
The federal government wants to take my hilltop house and build a satellite to detect aliens. They say my...
The state legislature just passed a law requiring citizens to make an all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast for soldiers every Saturday morning. I like to go for walks on Saturday morning.
I posted a controversial blog that got a lot of people.
The state legislature just passed a law.
I posted a controversial blog that got a lot of people talking. The government hacked my blog and changed part of my post. Do I have a right to say what I want?
I posted pictures of my artwork on my website. The government said it didn't like my artwork and shut down my site. Do I have a right?
Aha! Oh-ho!
7 days in business. What a ride. Looks like our firm is off to a great start. Way to go, partner.